For this life I cannot change. Hidden hills, deep off in the main. Eminem, sweet like candy cane. Drop the top, pop it, let it bang. Pop it, for this life I cannot change. Hidden hills, deep off in the main. Eminem, sweet like candy cane. Drop the top, pop it, let it bang.
Man, what is going on, guys? Man, we got a lot to discuss about the auction house before heading into season 9, man. This really needs to be addressed before heading into season 9, man. I see a lot of people commenting, in the comment section, do another coin method. My players aren't selling. How do I get my players to sell? Fix the auction house. Bugs in the game. I hear people complaining about people using cheats and hacks and leagues and stuff like that, or Showdown or whatever. Now, my last video, when I was explaining about what you could expect in season 9 of NBA Live Mobile, I think close to the end, maybe some of you guys may have watched it or not, but I was explaining that what if the auction house is set up just like the 5% or 10%, 15% chance packs. Say you got to keep opening up packs and you only got a 5% chance to pull that said player in a pack. What if the auction house is set up the same way? Let's say I have a 100 overall Stephen Curry that I want to sell for 1 million coins, right? And the Stephen Curry doesn't sell, so I'll keep putting the Stephen Curry back up on the auction house. And all of a sudden, the 9th or 10th time I put the Curry back on the auction house for 1 million coins, the player will finally sell. But you will have some people that will set like for example, the Curry. People would probably put the Curry on an auction house for 200,000 coins instead of 1 million, and it still wouldn't sell. Why would my 100 overall Stephen Curry card sell for 1 million, but the same person that tried to put the same Stephen Curry I had on the auction house for 200,000 coins didn't sell? Why would somebody buy a card for 1 million coins when you can just bid and buy a Curry for 200,000 coins? So that has me wondering, about the auction house, that it's set up, because if you guys ever notice, if you try to keep putting the same cards back up on the auction house and stuff like that, it'll eventually sell. The base player, the 85 base players in the game, man, the red cards, 85 base player elite cards, those cards, they have a better chance of selling than any really other card in the game, alongside, set aside, the live pass players. Live pass players, man, it's a good investment. You can make a lot of coins off live pass players, once new ones drop. And if you could get it soon enough, progress your way through the live pass quick enough and be able to sell live pass players for a little bit over 10 million. But why is the auction house set up like chance packs, bro? Why is that? Why do I have to keep putting a card up every time that it doesn't sell? I mean, if you're going to have the auction house set up a chance to sell, it's only a chance to sell the card, I'm guessing they have, the auction house where they have bots put in place to buy the card, to buy your card itself. Let's say you put your card up and, the bot has a 5% chance of buying that card. Let's say if it's a specific card that, EA has, how the system is built, putting a card up on an auction house. Let's say a lower overall card, a gold player card. Let's say a gold player card has a 45% chance of selling. compared to a 105 overall card. Now, let's say, for example, a gold player card has a 45% chance of selling, and a 105 overall card has only a 2% chance of selling. You see the difference? And if the card doesn't sell, you got to keep putting the card back up and back up on the auction house. Well, I mean, if we got to keep putting the same cards back up on the auction house, you know, why not make it to where we can only make the card, you know, put the card up for an hour instead of 4 hours? Because that's a long time, especially when you know your card has a small chance of being sold on the auction house. Y'all need to bring back the type of auction house where real players can bid or not bid on cards instead of letting bots bid on cards, because that is how that's basically is how the auction house is set up. I'm telling you guys right now. I mean, think about it. Think about it. If you guys ever use the auction house for yourself, I mean, think about it. You know, previous years, you know, when NBA Live Mobile first dropped, the auction house was perfectly fine. You know, auction house was perfectly fine, but now they have the auction house where it's built up just like, you know, the chance packs. You know, ever since they took bundles out of the game, you know, like, for example, QJB was a big bundle. You know, he was a big time spender and loved making contents of opening up bundles because it was worth spending your money on, because you could open up like 10 packs and have great chances of pulling a card that you actually wanted. But that's just my thought, guys. You know, that the auction house is just like the 5%, you know, 10% chance packs in the game. That's just my thoughts, guys. But let me know in the comment sections of what you think about the auction house, man, heading into season 9, because that's where a lot of the fun goes, especially into the auction house. Because if you got people spending money on the game, let's say when a new season drops and people, you know, EA is making new content and stuff, and everybody wants to get like the newest card or whatever. Let's say you spend money to get the newest card, like I say, like a 88 Luka Doncic or whatever. Let's say a few weeks pass by, they will drop, you know, 91 Tyrese Halliburton. Now I'm going to replace the Luka with the 91 Tyrese Halliburton, because, you know, it's a more higher overall card in my lineup that gives me a greater advantage when playing in, you know, player versus player or showdown matches or league matches, etc. So the money that I spent a couple of weeks ago on that said Luka Doncic card, now I have an opportunity to sell it on the auction house because I really don't even need the card anymore. But since, you know, it's, you know, very rare to sell cards on the auction house nowadays, the cards just build up on your inventory. And if you wanted to find a specific card, now you gotta swipe through the screen and all throughout the game to find that said so card, because you got all these cards that won't sell. So you don't have nothing. You can't really do anything with the cards except quick sell the cards for a few thousand coins, which is not really rewarding, which, you know, takes a little bit of enjoyment out of the game. So I just wanted to let you guys know, man, what are my thoughts on the auction house, especially heading into season 9. I'm going to be talking about a lot of more stuff coming soon about season 9, but I wanted to prioritize, you know, speaking on the auction house first, man, because this is a big problem going on in the NBA Live Mobile community, man. But make sure you guys like the video, man. Hit that subscribe button, man, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Eating on papaya with my main thing. Baby getting bread, I'm on the same thing. No rocks in it with a plain Jane. Put my on, they used to gangbang. They be tryna play me like a new guy, but I'm buzzing in the apple like a fruit fly. I be somewhere in Seattle getting neck bone, and I'm really not the one that you should rest on.